Hello, campers, and welcome back to day 4 of CHOMP Summer Camp. If this is your first day, well, you're going to see a bunch of new footage debuting today, and it's going to be all about local producers and the work that they are doing in King County. And of course, if you've missed any of the footage from the week that's been going on, you can find all that footage shortly at chomplocal.org. So trust me, there's been some fun ones all week. I'm your camp counselor, your host, Audra Boo. Now, don't forget to check out the resource library, check out the local food finder that is on the website there. Pretty awesome stuff on the website. You can maybe even get a peek at what is possibly in the works for 2021. Good stuff there. And of course, follow on social media at King County CHOP, @King County CHOP. Okay. Thank you again to King County Parks for making this possible, as well as our friends at Fremont Brewing and at Cafe Vita. So the first video that we have for you today takes a look at how we can shop more sustainably. We're going to hang out with Siobhan McComb, owner of One Glass Jar, who has been presenting the zero waste lifestyle in the Pacific Northwest since 2012. Siobhan has presented to, Amazon, the Recology stores, King County Library Systems, even Washington State University, just to name a few. And Siobhan has also been featured in the Washington Post for the zero waste lifestyle. So we're going to go into virtually together. We're going to go on a trip with Siobhan to her favorite grocery store, and she's going to show us just some easy changes that we can do, even during the pandemic, to reduce waste.
Hi, my name is Siobhan McComb, and I'm the owner of One Glass Jar Consulting. I have been doing zero waste lifestyle presentations all over the Puget Sound region since 2012. Today I'm going to take you on a zero waste shopping trip at my local grocery store. But first I would like to give you a little information about zero waste and some of the questions that I get about it. People often ask me, what is zero waste and what is the lifestyle? Zero waste living is about living a life that creates as little actual trash as possible. And we use a system that's based on something created by Bea Johnson, the writer of Zero Waste Home. It's called the 5 R's, and this is how we think about things coming into our home. Number 1 is, can we refuse it coming into our home? Can we reduce what we have if that item does have to come into our home? Can we go home and get rid of 4 other things for that one thing, or just one for one? Can we reuse that item that comes into our home in the long term? Can we recycle it when its life expectancy is done? Or can it rot, meaning compost? Using the system, it helps us filter out what ends up actually going in the garbage can in our homes. Another tenet of Zero Waste Home is experiences over stuff. Not buying more stuff allows you to have possibly in your budget money for experiences rather than that brand new outfit.
First off, put your bags in your car and leave them there. Taking a list on an app on your phone, like a notepad, is really helpful to keep from having to use paper. Here we have supplies for shopping pre-COVID. I have my empty jars with their empty tear weights. I have drawstring bags for produce and bulk items. Right now we can't use this, but hopefully we will soon. Let's go shopping. One of the first things I do when I get to the store is I go get paper bags by the mushrooms. Here's where I use my paper bags for my produce or bulk section, anywhere you would use a plastic bag. This eliminates a lot of unnecessary plastic. Here's the bulk section where I also use my paper bags. I can get beans and rice and nuts. I can get candy. I can also get pasta. Anything you need, you can get here. Because of COVID, we do have a little bit more of a complicated situation when getting our bulk items. You have to use a clean scoop with a gloved hand, but it does keep everybody safe. It's a little bit more complicated, but it does make it so that I can still get my bulk items while I'm shopping, at least relatively plastic free. Here I'm filling my paper bag, which in other cases it would be cloth that I would refill again and again, but this time I'm using a paper bag to get my couscous. And like I said, it could be anything in those bulk bins. It could be raisins or something like that. Oops, I put the scoop back. That was a no-no. Old habits. Here I'm going to write down the bin number so that the checker can check me out quickly. Here I'm getting some strawberries that don't come in plastic, but at least I'm protecting them from falling out all over my cart. Compostable containers. Sneaky plastic. Still in glass though. Plastic or glass. Look at all that plastic and glass. Sometimes you can find something that's the perfect combination. It's glass with a little bit of safety aluminum on the top. Sometimes it's the perfect combination. Here we have lots of glass, but there's also plastic mixed in there. Here we have some convenience stuff like beans that are already cooked in a can, but you can also go and get bulk beans. Here we've got a bunch of yogurt, lots and lots of plastic, but sometimes there's a choice that's in glass, and that's better because you can reuse it again and again, and it's actually pretty good. Usually I get milk in glass, but there wasn't any today. Candy, get it in bulk. Peanut butter, you have your choice of plastic. Oh, there's some glass. Here's chocolate in plastic or paper. Kombucha on tap. Bread in paper or plastic, and the necessary cookies in paper. Cheese, butter, and meat you can't get unpackaged right now, so we skip other plastics to buy these packaged foods. Here we have laundry detergent, shampoo, Epsom salts, all sorts of household cleaners. Don't forget your dog and cat. Lots of bulk items here for them. This is how you fill up lotion. Compostable coolers, who knew? Lots of plastic products here. Oh look, toilet paper in tissue paper. Bar soap or pump soap. Lots and lots of package-free options. Plastic or glass. Compostable bamboo toothbrushes. Biodegradable Band-Aids. Better kitty litter options are out there. You just have to look maybe down one shelf. Better food storage containers are out there. Sometimes you just have to look up a shelf. Now they're done shopping, and I didn't take a bag, it all went back into my cart. Off to the car I go. Here I am with my full bag that I filled up at my car, right from my cart. Here I am at home, filling up my jars with my couscous that I got at the store earlier. See, it's pretty easy. Sometimes there are other options in your community, like a food co-op, a little community store, or even a coffee shop. They all can have really great bulk items. You just have to go out and find them. You just never know. Bulk is everywhere. You just have to keep your eyes open to find it.
One thing I'd like to leave you with is that some of the buying strategies for things other than food. Buying something new that has a lot of waste attached to it, just from manufacturing and transportation and all that carbon footprint that comes along with it. So trying some other avenues to get that item can often be a better plan. This is the way I go about finding an item that I may need. Can I use what I have? Can I borrow or rent the item? Can I swap or find it on my local Buy Nothing group? Can I thrift or buy it used? And can I make it? And as an absolute last resort, it's buying it new. Oftentimes, I try to look for things that are made more locally than something shipped from another country. But if that's not possible and you really do need the item and you can't find it any other way, you do have to buy things and you have to buy them new. But at least you've gone through the process of trying to find it in a different way before you resorted to buying. Because often the thing that you need will show up during that course of looking for the things in the other places before you resort to going and buying it new. And this strategy helps to lessen new resources being consumed and keeps already made items in the hands of people who need them. Because oftentimes people have things sitting in their garages and barns and sheds and basements that they're not going to use, and they'll see that, or word will get spread that you're looking for that pitchfork or that pair of ski boots that they don't wear anymore. And those things can show up, and it's way better for your pocketbook in the long run that you don't end up getting it new. I hope that taking you shopping today has given you a little inspiration and to making even just a few changes in the way that you buy, in that routine that we all get into in the grocery store. It can be a big impact for the planet, and even for the way that you're just going to think about how you bring things into your home. I appreciate you watching the video, and thanks, and stay safe.
It goes without saying that all of us are feeling some kind of impact of COVID-19, and farmers markets are no exception. Many farmers markets have either had to close or they just look very different this time around. And the pandemic has definitely shown us that these farmers markets are definitely essential. So in this next short video, we're going to see what some of these King County farmers markets have been doing to rapidly innovate and adapt to be able to keep serving the farmers as well as the communities that depend on them during this pandemic and really for the years to come.
When we think about farmers markets, we think of vibrant, engaging, healthy sources for fresh food and personal connections. During the COVID-19 pandemic, that vibrancy may be within a perimeter of caution tape and safety signage, but the spirit of the farmers market remains, and so does the fresh food. As essential services, farmers markets are rapidly adapting and innovating, modifying their operations to maintain safe, friendly, reliable places for the farmers and eaters that depend on them. Alongside signs about mask wearing and controlled entry points are friendly reminders that farmers and eaters are in this together. Members of the farmers market community smile from behind their masks and wave with gloved hands. Innovative new approaches like online shopping, mobile markets, delivery, curbside pickup, and drive-thrus join the modified traditional farmers markets in the landscape. Whatever the model, fresh air, fresh healthy food, and friendly faces remain. King County is unique with 5 designated agricultural production districts and more than 20,000 acres in food production amidst robust urban centers. At King County farmers markets, roughly 25% of the vendors are from King County. Of the 40-plus farmers markets in King County, several won't operate in 2020 due to impacts from COVID-19. Farmers markets are vital to our local food systems. Support today ensures farmers markets will be here in years to come.
Our next video will get you off the couch and feeling so much more relaxed. We're going to take a trip back to Dandelion Fuzzy's mini farm. And I and pumped about this. I wish that I could see you through the television or through your computer screen or however you're watching this, because this is going to be so fun. We're going to have a yoga instructor lead a session that's going to actually feature some of our fuzzy friends. Now, before we do that, we want to make sure we give just a definite shout out to our friends at Cafe Vita, who have been part of CHOMP for years now. As you know, CHOMP is all about celebrating our local community and is really only possible with our incredible community partners.
Welcome to Dandelion Fuzzy's mini farm. My name is Veronica Goodnight, and this is Goat Yoga. The owner of the farm here is Luisa Ignacio, and you may see some goats doing some yoga with us. We hope you enjoy this video. I hope it creates a sense of calm and stillness for you, or maybe get some laughs, who knows. All right, so again, you just need to listen to my voice. I'll guide you. The most important thing is that you're not straining to look up at my poses, okay? I want you to be as relaxed as you possibly can, all right? All right, let's take out our feet hip width apart. Lift up your toes, and from your pinky toe all the way to your big toe, you're gonna spread out your toes and really grip that mat. You're gonna tuck your tailbone under, and you're gonna roll your shoulders back. Hands to heart center. You're gonna take 3 deep breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth, on your own timing. With each breath, create stillness. With each breath, feel your body relax into the mat. On the next inhalation, bring your arms out, up, stretching tall. Stretch, stretch, stretch to the sky as you breathe out. Forward fold. Weight should be over your toes and the pads of your feet. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. I want that neck relaxed. Take a deep breath in, arms out. Stretching all the way tall to the sky as you breathe out. Hands to heart center. We'll do this 3 more times on your own timing, or you could listen for my guidance. Breathe in. Hands stretching to the sky. As you breathe out, forward fold, down to your mat, neck relaxed. Breathe in, arms out, flat back, to the sky, stretch. And as you breathe out, hands to heart center. Breathe Breathe in. Stretch tall. As you breathe out, flat back, forward fold. Stretch. For an added stretch, you can hold on to your elbows. Soft bend in the knee. Breathe in. Come up. As you breathe out, hands to heart center. Go walk around. Go walk around. You don't want a booty in the camera. Breathe in deep. One more time. Up, stretch. As you breathe out, forward fold. But this time we're going to walk into downward dog. Downward dog, you're going to step back and place your feet a little bit more wide. Really push through those shoulders. Try to get your feet flat on that mat. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Do what feels good right here. Breathe. Come into plank position. There you go. Hold tight, hold tight. Slowly, chaturanga, down into a push-up and cobra. Push yourself. Breathe, shoulders back. Go ahead and put your toes together. Your knees will come out into frog position and you will push back. Forehead on mat. Take your right hand and thread it underneath your left arm. Shoulder should be on the mat, your right shoulder. Breathe through that stretch. Go ahead with the left arm now. Thread that through the right arm. Come back into froggy position. Pressing your arms down into that mat. Come back to plank. One more chaturanga down into cobra. Shoulders back, breathe. You should feel it in your lower back. With each breath, if there's intensity, it will be melt away. Come into downward dog. Place your left foot in the middle of the mat. Take your right foot and bring it all the way up. Open up your hip by bending that knee. If you can't do it, it's okay. Go ahead, straighten that leg. And these are called Pilates pulses. If you want to look up just to see what I'm going to do, I'll show you. You're going to actually breathe in, bring your knee to your chest, breathe out, leg goes up. You're going to do that 3 times, and then you're going to come into pigeon, which looks like this. All right? So your foot's in the middle of the mat, your right leg is up. You're going to breathe in, knee comes to the chest, breathe out, leg out. In, out, in, out, right into pigeon. That's the hardest part you'll have to go through. Come on down to the mat. Breathe. Go ahead, push back into downward dog. Right foot on the middle of your mat, left leg up. Open up that hip by bending that knee. Breathe, you guys are doing great. Open up that leg, breathe in, knee to chest, breathe out, leg up. 3 on your own timing. Into pigeon. Woo! It's hard talking through that. How we doing? All right. Go ahead down into your mat. Breathe. Feel that stretch. Go back into downward dog. Go ahead, take your left foot and step it all the way to the front of your mat into warrior 1. There you go. Yeah, PJ, good job. Breathe into warrior 1. The energy is going through your left arm, reaching out. Take that right hand, place it on the back of your thigh. Look straight up into the sky. Well, close your eyes, you don't want to be blinded. Breathe. Come back to warrior 1. Straighten that left leg. Position yourself if you need. And come down into a triangle. Open up those shoulders. Breathe. Come down to nose to knee. Now switch legs. Bring that left leg back. Bring that right leg in front into warrior 1 on the right side. Reach that energy forward. Take that left hand, bring it on the back of your thigh. Thank the sky for its beautiful display of the sky and the sun. Thank you, sky. Straighten that leg. Oh, sorry, go into triangle. Nose to knee. Take that left back foot and bring it to the front. You're in forward fold. You should be more warmed up. Hands touching the mat if possible. Take a deep breath in. Arms out. Stretching tall. Hands to heart center. Breathe. I hope you enjoyed that little salutation. I would like you guys now to go into Shavasana. Shavasana is laying flat down on your mat, palms open. I'm going to do a little meditation, prayer, walk you through for a few minutes. And go ahead and lie down into Shavasana. Shavasana is where you're laying all the way on your mat, on your back. And your palms are facing out. There you go. Nathan, you want to lay on your back, sweetie? However you're comfortable, honey. There you go. And just listen to my voice, listen to the song in the background. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Relax your ankles. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, relax your calves. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, relax your thighs. Take a deep breath in. As you relax, as you breathe out, relax your hip bones. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, relax your chest. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Your arms are relaxed. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Your neck is relaxed. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Your eyelids are relaxed. Now as we lay in Shavasana with our eyes closed, going inward, I want you to think about what makes you happy. Is it friends, finding snakes and picking them up? What brings you joy? Is it schoolwork? Is it being obedient? Is it being there for your loved ones? Is it your family? Take a single moment that brought you tremendous amounts of joy and laughter, and think of that moment now. I see smiles on your faces. I see you're in that moment. Hold on to that happiness. Hold on to that joy. Create gratitude around it. And ask Mother Earth and Father God for that continued amount of joy. As you hold that moment in your heart, think of how grateful you are. There's so much gratitude to hold in this world. And as we hold gratitude in our heart, it expands outward onto everyone else. If you hold love in your heart, you will be loved. If you hold gratitude in your heart, you will always have gratitude. If you are joyful, you will always be joyful. Yes, we have hard days. Sometimes we make bad choices. But they're learning experiences. And we need to be grateful for those too. As you hold that love in your heart and you hear my words, breathe in, breathe out any intensity. Breathe in, breathe out. Hold that love in your heart. Hold that gratitude in your heart. If you have emotion, it's okay to release it. When you stretch, that's what happens. Your muscles get stretched out. You feel things you have that's been internalizing in your muscles. You take deep breaths in and breathe out that intensity. And on the next breath in, as you breathe out, start to wiggle your toes and your fingers and feel the mat below you. And only when you're ready, take a deep breath in and roll onto your side. Don't use any muscle to get up. And as you're ready, after you lovingly gaze into your daughter's eyes or your mommy's eyes, Take a moment, breathe, and come up, trying to not use any muscle. Coming up onto the bottom, look across. Okay. There's the heart center. Thank you for being here with me. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed goat yoga. I hope you have a beautiful day too. Thanks for watching.
Earlier in the week, we featured Loop's video on how to determine what kind of soil you have, right? At your home or in your neighborhood, wherever you decided to do the check. But our friends at King Conservation District have provided a second method that can also help you determine what kind of soil you're working with and identify potential issues. So let's watch to find out how you can test your at-home sample, as well as submit a sample that can be analyzed by King Conservation District.
So, you want to grow vegetables in your backyard, or you're trying to grow vegetables and something just isn't going right? Or maybe your lawn isn't looking the way you'd like it to? Did you know that could have something to do with your soil? It could, and here at KCD, King Conservation District, we are here to help you. Taking a soil test can help you, 1, apply the right amount of fertilizer so your plants are not wilty. 2, prevent surface and groundwater from becoming contaminated with excessive fertilizers, so we save our salmon. And 3, ensure that all soil nutrients are in the right amounts for perfect plant growth. So let's do a soil test. Actually, let's do 2. One that you can send to KCD, find out all your nutrients in your soil, and the other one in a mason jar, where we'll get to see the different parts of soil separate right before your eyes. So what you need are a shovel, some gloves, a mason jar, or you can use a pasta jar, some quart-sized plastic bags, bucket, and some dish soap.
When collecting soil for your soil tests, it's best to collect a variety of soil samples from different areas. In this example, we are just interested in the soil in our lawn, so we will take 3 different samples from the lawn area. For a soil sample, you will need to dig between 3 and 12 inches deep, depending on the area you want to sample and the time of year. For the lawn we are sampling today, we will dig down 4 inches. If you are sampling soil from your garden or near trees and shrubs, you would want to dig a bit deeper, to 6 inches. Add your samples into a clean bucket and mix them thoroughly. Make sure you have at least 2 to 3 cups worth of dirt. Now that you've collected your dirt, let's do the mason jar soil test first. The point of the mason jar soil test is to see the composition of your soil, how much sand, clay, and silt you have. And why? The texture of your soil matters and will indicate how much water can absorb it. And the balance of these elements is important so that your plants will be able to get all the nutrients they need. To begin, fill your empty mason jar half full with soil. Add water to the shoulder of the jar, almost to the top. Add a little bit of liquid dish soap. Put the cap on and secure tightly. wait for the particles from your mason jar test to settle, you can get set up to mail or drop off your soil sample to KCD to be tested for nutrients. Add 2 to 3 cups of soil from the bucket we mixed earlier when collecting dirt into a Ziploc bag. Label the bag with your name and 5 letters or numbers that will help you remember where the sample came from. In this example, we'll use the letters LAWN1, lawn 1, in order to remember where we collected our sample. If you are taking multiple samples, repeat this step. Next, you will need to fill out the soil sample information sheet. This sheet can be found on our KCD website. After that, it's easy. You can just mail your samples to the address in the corner here, but don't dilly-dally. Send those samples as soon as possible, as soil nutrient levels continue to change even after a soil sample is taken. Now let's go back and check out our mason jar results. The jar here is still settling, but our preliminary results show that sand has settled on the bottom, the middle is silt, and the top is clay. The longer you let this settle, the more defined the levels will be. You can estimate the percentages of each of the types of dirt and use this chart to help estimate your exact soil type.
With the mason jar test, now you can see the different layers of what's in your dirt. And with the KCD soil test, you send this off to KCD, and then we'll send it to A&L Labs, and we'll get your results in 2 to 3 weeks to tell you what's in your soil. 2 to 3 weeks after you submit your soil test at KCD, you'll get something like this. A rainbow of information all about your soil, letting you know about nutrients in your soil, as well as different things that you can add to it if it's not doing what you need it to do. If you need any help reading results, feel free to ask your parents, and if they need any help, feel free to call KCD. Thanks for joining us today, and feel free to visit us at kingcd.org.
Now, before we wrap it up for today, we're going to watch a short video from King County that has some key points about safety when you're visiting your local farms and farm stands. Now, as we support our local producers, we want to make sure that we're doing so safely. So here's a few steps that we can take to just be sure. With that, everyone, that is a wrap on day 4 of our CHOMP summer camp. Thank you so much again for joining us. And it's been such a fun day of programming. Now, tomorrow is our last day of programming, and it's going to be more music centered, which I obviously am super pumped about. So, that being said, thank you to all of our partners who contributed things today. Make sure you go check out all of these clips again shortly, like in the next week, on chomplocal.org. Follow us on social media. And yeah, come back tomorrow. And let's get that good music feels, summertime. We miss Chomp at Miramore Park. Just good vibe. All right? All right. I'm Audra Boo. I will see you tomorrow.